Hey, welcome YouTube. So I have a confession. I was one of the skeptics. I saw the PS5 Pro announcement about the price hike, and even before the price hike, I remember looking at PS5 Pro announcement and I was like, no way, my base PS5 is totally fine. I don't need to upgrade. So I sat there for months and weeks and watching like every comparison on video on YouTube, like most of you, side by side, comparing every little detail. And honestly, I just didn't see it at first. Like, to me, it looked like a very expensive maybe upgrade, and that's why I was like, I don't need to move away from my base. I got the original disc PS5 and I was very happy with it. And then Sony announced the massive global price hike that went into effect April 2nd of 2026. And I realized if I was ever going to do this upgrade, it had to be now, before the price hike. So I literally pulled the trigger just before the price jumped, and I hooked it up to my 4K TV, and I have 120 FPS VRR. And I'm not kidding, within 5 minutes of firing up God of War Ragnarok and Spider Man Remastered, I realized something. And what I realized was that YouTube is not the best place. I'm sorry to say this, it is not the best place to judge this Pro console. The compression on these YouTube videos is literally hiding the very thing that we are going to be paying for with the PS5 Pro. So let's come back. I started with God of War Ragnarok, and I remember just standing there in awe. And on the base PS5, you're kind of like always torn and picking your poison with most of the games, right? And you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, do I want the ray tracing at 30 FPS, or do I want this smooth performance mode with 60 FPS, with the downgrade in the resolution and whatnot, and where everything looks a little bit soft, but I'm getting my 60 FPS, and all that stuff, right? So that was always the case on the base PS5, and on the Pro, that trade-off is just gone. Now, Sony's using this AI upscaling called PSSR, and I'm sure folks watching this video, you don't need an introduction. You can go watch other videos for it. And yes, it's a game changer. You're getting that fidelity mode crisp sort of image, but it's running at a locked buttery 60 FPS, especially for games like Spider-Man Remastered, right? There's the Performance Pro mode, and it's awesome. And when I was swinging through the city, looking at the reflections in the glass, man, I kid you not, like YouTube's compression just, in my honest opinion, yeah, you can see it, but you might see the reflection in, the videos on YouTube where somebody's doing a demo. You might see that reflection while Spider-Man's crawling on the building and whatnot. You're gonna be like, yeah, okay, my base PS5's fine. Trust me. This is on a different level. So as you're crawling, it's the whole combination, it's the whole package of the Pro that's coming into play. And granted, my only suggestion in a lot of this will be that you have to have a 4K TV with preferably 120 FPS and preferably VRR and all that, right? But man, YouTube's compression, again, it just takes away a lot of that detail. You can't see how sharp the textures are, and you can't really tell how clean the edges stay until you're sitting in front of your TV. And again, I would not be making this video if I did not have that wow feeling as soon as I powered it up. So the image clarity is staggering. It's basically, again, the quality mode in a way that we're used to. That used to be 30 FPS, but it's just a whole new experience. Now here's the thing I think that people don't really talk about, and it's that buttery smooth feeling. And you can record that. That's why I'm making this video. You cannot record that feeling. You have to sit in front of your TV, hook it up, and just see it for yourself. YouTube caps everything at 60 FPS as of right now. But if you do have a 120 hertz panel with VRR, the Pro is the way that you should be playing these games. When you're actually holding the controller, it's not about what you see, it's about, again, how it makes you feel. That input lag is lower. The motion is just cleaner. I thought people were exaggerating, literally, but once you experience this 4K 60 combo without a lot of the sort of the noise meaning, like, okay, when people are like, talking about the Pro, like, oh, base PS5 is good. Like I said, I was one of those people, and I'm saying I stand corrected. So there's really, in my head, it's like there's really no going back now. Like, it spoils you for real. So I wanted to make this video because, look, if you're still on a 1080p screen or panel, please don't upgrade to the Pro. In my honest opinion, it's not going to be worth it. Put that money towards, I think, a better TV first, a better panel first, a better monitor first that has those features that will make good use of the Pro. But if you've got a solid 4K display with VRR 120 hertz, the difference is night and day. And honestly, here's another way to look at this whole situation. Another way to look at this is that if you are on the fence to buy a PS5 Pro, let me help you out. Buying it is like you are future-proofing yourself. Now let me explain what I mean by that. So I'm glad I grabbed it before the hike because now I'm set. But by trading in, let's say you go out there and you trade your old base PS5, while it still has a decent trading value, you're essentially prepping your setup for whatever massive AAA titles are going to drop next. Hint, hint, GTA 6, right? GTA 6 is just one. I mean, Resident Evil Requiem came out, and it's knocking out a lot of this detail just out of the park. So whatever AAA title comes next, you are future-proofing yourself, and you're setting up, for that day to say, okay, I'm ready. I don't need to make a compromise. Even in the performance mode, I don't need that soft sort of image and whatnot. You are ready to go. You don't have to think about it. You are just set and ready to go. And in finality, you'll be equipped to handle it without worrying about your hardware struggling, especially, I think, in some of these modes that most of us really care about, where we are looking for that higher FPS. We don't want to take a dip in the resolution, and we want that solid frame rate through and through. So don't let the compressed YouTube videos fool you. If you can go see it in person, go with your friend or someone that has a PS5 Pro, just go do it. Your eyes will tell you way more than a video ever could. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Let me know in the comments, did you beat the price hike as well, or are you holding out? I hope this video helps someone out there who is on the fence about getting a PS5 Pro. That's the whole reason I'm making this. I was one of those. I was watching video after video after video trying to decide, okay, am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? So I hope it helps someone out there. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.